very much for noticing that. Okay, thank you very much for coming, everyone. I see that people are still joining us, so I hope we will see more friendly faces today. But today we will cover a very interesting topic about your own PDLC, your own product development lifecycle, agentic one, not traditional one. And I will start from some short recapture. So what we have now on the market, we have rapidly increasing client demands because everyone is actually saying about team can deliver faster, you can be much more powerful with AI. I vibe coded my own pet project just in 2 days. I don't need developers anymore. I will probably fire my entire development team and do by myself during the nights or weekends or whatever, something like that. So it is really market expectation now. And competition is also is more or less tight because if you are owner or CTO or CEO or CEO of legacy, I can say so, product built with traditional teams, you should understand that you are under attack now because a lot of small startups, when in product, in client internal development teams, are trying to create something like your product with web coding. So it is your legacy and the amount of your already built code is not a good shield for you anymore. Because what I see from market, from clients, from our partners, that, for example, if you have very good product, considering like we have with AI quality assurance of communications, AI quality assurance of dialogue, the second most popular topic of discussion inside client that, we like this product. Can we just pass it to Cloud Code or Cursor and do something similar, but cheaper and using our tokens for our requirements? And again, we all understand that AI have huge potential, huge underestimation potential to automate routine tasks and give your development team, give your product team more creative and more interesting work than ever before. So our approach is AI-driven methodology, but we are not trending to, we don't have an intention to replace developers. As one of our clients says, and maybe it was a citation of someone from Anthropic or OpenAI, that if your CEO want to replace people with AI, so your CEO don't have any imagination. Our approach is human plus AI simultaneously, because humans should be always in the loop. Human verified, human built, human organized process. AI is assistant and helper for that, not a replacement. And short recap what we covered in our previous webinars is our stack tech fundamentals, how we can use AI for rapid prototyping, how we can use an AI for code analysis and knowledge transfer, infrastructure and observability for DevOps, for dev teams. So you can see a recording on our website, or as usual, you can schedule one-to-one session with us, and we will cover your situation, and we will help you to understand how to use all these basics for your specific product, for your specific team. And today we will talk how we go beyond this AI assistant. And I will show you a set of tools, and I will explain the operational model, how to start from one assistant, or typically every development and product team, they typically start with Cloud Code now. Previously, it was Cursor. It also can be anti-gravity. It can be whatever, actually. But typically, it's all start with one chat and one chat for everything. So it is like just download Cloud Code, set it up, or Cowork, or again, Codex. It can be any coding assistance, and git clone your GitHub repo and try to ask your Cloud Code everything. So can you please explain me something? Why I see such errors in my console? Can I do this, and or how can be implemented that or that? The biggest problem here is that context get lost over the time. And there are no such thing as rules. And actually, your outcome is lottery, because without rules and without structuring, you have a very unstable result generated on the fly by the model, and their expenses and tokens are really huge. And actually, you need to build special rules. And we call this agent team. For example, in our, I will cover this topic a little bit more on later slides, but we have strict SDLC, and we have strict rules. We have defined inputs and puts and boundaries of agents, and quality gates inside phases. So work of each agent is divided by phases. So this is a huge set actually of prompts, but not prompts, but it's like more specifications and role-based rules for each agent. And we'll show it today on practical demonstration a little bit more. But actually, you need three pillars of agentic developments. Rules are a source of truth. In Cursor, we use Cursor, as I mentioned before, but the same can be done with Cloud Code or any coding agents or any agentic idea. You need rules. And in Cursor, it's .cursor/rules and .cursor/agents and separate docs for context. So you need to build rules that guide basic ideas of your agentic work. The second thing is role. Every agent should be role-based. So don't think about agents like about scripts. For scripts, use scripts. Agents are mostly like team members or synthetic identities that are focused on some role model. So it is based on how LLM is trained, and it is based on how nowadays LLMs and coding agents are built. But actually, agents that have separate role and strict role, for example, coded backend developer, tech writer, project manager, product manager, whatever, business analyst, whatever, would operate much better. And strict role boundaries exactly as for real humans. So you do that and do that. Yes, your limitations are like from here to here, nothing more. Please focus on this part. Because LLMs can be very creative and they can imagine everything, but quality of this would be very poor. And AI doesn't replace SDLC in changing it. So basically, we are talking not about replacing entire SDLC with agent, but for build new agent-oriented SDLC. As I mentioned before, it is much more than prompt engineering. Again and again, I hear from development team mostly that I created some prompt and I share this prompt to my teammate. How you did it? I copy-pasted prompt and send it to Slack channel or Teams channel. Sorry, guys, this is bullshit. You don't need to share prompts. You need to build context. You need to build documentation as context, code as context, agent roles as context. What I mean when I say context is just markdown files. And this markdown files define strict boundaries of this. And your analyst or product manager roles bridges machine and real humans in one system. So our full SDLC looks like that. We have requirement gathering, system design, development, testing, deployment, and we have separate agents for each stage of this SDLC. In our cases, they are called like abbreviations: BDA, backend development agents; UEA, UI aware agents; several QA agents, several specialists for exact connective one processes. So you would need to develop set of agents for your product development lifecycle, for your product or your project, whatever, but you will need to develop your own agents. You can't just download agent from internet or from us and believe it will work perfectly. We will show you why. And orchestration paradigm is that we start with development-oriented, in our cases, engine, backend, constructor, frontend, agents, and then human. And this is like development cycle when agent understand code, understand requirements, build something, human leadership. On the whole product development life cycles, it would look like that. There are fully automated AI agents that build everything that even are not. So there is no human impact on that. It's just like build and read, and in case you need rebuild something, ask agent again. There are manual human expertise that can't be automated or outsourced to an agent, like sprint prioritization, client escalation, one-to-one, complex validation. And there are hybrid workflows where agents and live humans work shoulder to shoulder to deliver results. So AI generates, but humans govern. In development part, it's code review, architectural decision, complete effect. Yes, of course, we use CodeRabbit or some automated reviews, but on top of that review, you still need manual reviews. And clear boundaries, what agents don't do. Agents don't deploy code, don't make final architectural decisions, don't communicate with clients or support directly, don't execution verified migrations, don't resolve complex incident. So they basically cannot be automated on that part is strategic prioritization, real-time empathy and context, one-to-one grooming, and one-to-one communication. And I hope the theory is fine, but we will pass the mic to Alex Waitenka, and Alex will show you 5 minutes live demo of client requirements discovery and how to start from raw request to structured understanding. Cursor based again. Alex, please take it from here.
Thank you, Sergey. Moment. Let me show you how we handle a new client's request. When clients come to use, we don't start from zero. We have a discovery process within similar project. We ask the right questions, and in 5 minutes, we have a draft ready for discussion. This is client's request, company contact, phone, email. This is problem clients. And
it is all demo requests, so we don't violate any client data here. Don't try to message this guy. It's not real guy. Continue, Alex.
No real data. We need a voice assistant that understands worker command and turn item into action, create update ticket, update client date in CRM, create task which deadline and priority. Important, integrate with current system, CRM, help desk, task manager. Don't do risky actions which confirmation work in a noisy and environment and which is use stable internet, give transport log, command action result. First stage pilot wish to teams about 16 workers. We want to see how fast we can
Включи камеру,
tackle lost
пожалуйста.
last
Sorry.
uh, to record task. First, we don't create a solution from zero. We look for similar project we already did. This is faster and safer. I already prepare prompt. I copy paste my prompt for cursor. Find similar project, request clients. Find similar project in the discovery folder. Answer format project name. Y is similar, hope similar, high, medium, low, which and different. And to the agent. Expensed result. Voice to action. How it's similar. Hope similar height. Hope we see what difference, same idea but difference detail. This help you ask right questions. For the most similar project, voice to action. Hope difference from the new field force logistic request. Format, business context, constraint and integration, expert result and KPI. And play. It is a result. Of cursor create questions for the first meeting. It's use experience from past project. The questions help use no missing important things. Based on similar project and didn't font create 15 discovery questions for the first meeting, which field force logistics and group questions. Goals and KPI, process and roles, data and integration, constancy of risk. Its result 15 structured questions focus on baseline and target KPI for pilot, roles and task recording process, specification systems, work conditions. Hope we similar that the integrate already happened. We get realistic answers. Then we use answers to build the solution. I copy paste my prompt, simulate the interview with operation director of field force logistic already happened. And request format for 15 questions. It is result 15 15 specific answers, baseline KPI, a target KPI, system names. When we build the solution, we use only the integration errors. In something is missing, we put in open items. This is honest work. I copy paste my prompt. Based in the interview which fulfills logistic rate, draft solutions, structure, draft architecture, pilot success scorecard, client contact card. Well, minute. Logistic draft, pilot draft. How we combine everything into one document. This is what they send to the client. It's my prompt. Combine IL result into one document lens draft, field force logistic, and document structure. We create folder. It's not a database.
So basically, you can use Cursor for or Cloud Code or whatever for client requirements discovery. So the more clients you process through the system, the more smarter your Cursor-based engine becomes. Because when you start from a raw model and you use only one commercial proposal template, for example, or any other document template, it is not actually very accurate. When you generate with this system at least 10 or better 100 proposal, you have enough context and you can teach this your agent guides. You can make your processes better based on just your data. And again, you don't only generate these documents, you generate it, then you manually review it, and it is not fully synthetic data, what I meant to say. It is like synthetic generated by AI. Then you add something from your human point of view as a business analyst or sales manager or something like that. And so you create more and more. And then when you go to real meeting with real client, you have transcription of this meeting. You put this as a context again to this folder. You ask Cursor or Cloud Code to regenerate your proposal with the data of this meeting. So you are continuously making more context and continuously train your processes based on this data. Okay, Alex, please continue. Sorry for interrupting. I was
It is result
feeling the mic.
done in 5 minutes. about the next meeting. Structured client, no promises on time of budget year, ready to discuss which client. It's a request summary, similar project font, key difference, discovery question asked. It's 5 minutes. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Alex. So basically, we with the system, we are focusing to more predictable results. So you are not fully relied on what your teammates know about client. You don't rely if they know about such requests that was, I don't know, 5 months ago, it was processed by some junior team member that no longer in the team or something like that. You have predictable process, and yes, it can be better implemented. It is just demo stand. We are doing much better inside. We can share it for you because of a lot of client data, but you have overall understanding how it can work for you. So, and basic on previous webinar, we already showed you some non-technical parts like the writer or the writer for business analysis for code based on your code base. And today you can understand that you can do, for example, competitor research with such projects, such approach. You can do, for example, technical discovery, automation, for example, some part of technical research. Because again, the more you use this system, the smarter it becomes. So now I will pass the mic to Danny Korniliev, and Danny's part would be how to start from, and it would be again a practical example demo, how to start from just regular code base and some downloaded agents, why it is not a good approach at all, and how to make your agents really automated, at least inside your one code base, or maybe not one code base, inside your product. Danny, stage is yours. Please take it from here.
Hello, everybody. Yeah, it's really nice to listen to Sergey and Sanders. Thank you very much. We will start with just a little reminder how we always start at 2026 from the greenfield project when you start to implement any kind of AI development. There's always some human, there's always some built-in engine that can be Claude, as Sergey said, Cursor, whatever. If you don't remember or you don't know, maybe this part of widgets that you are looking or CLI utilities as you are launching for Claude, it's already an agent. It's built-in agent, just a reminder. And so, always we start from the built-in agent and some code. For our example, I'm get some really simple MCP code, MCP server code that I downloaded from public GitHub repository just to check the weather. I can show you this is with the inspector. We try to connect to it. We started. We try to listen tools. It has some tools. We can run it and it's not working, but it's not matter because we will be fixing it or implement it. So in the real world, when you have a bigger code base, you always struggle with two things. How I'm start, what agent do I need? Do I need agent? Maybe do I need to use some already built framework like get this shit done, or for example, BMAD for team complexity, or any kind of other agent skills workflows that you can find on Instagram, Reels, GitHub, public repo, where's everybody speaking in it. You struggle with it. As Sergey said before, if you always will work with a clear context, that means that on this repository we have the clear context. It's only code base, and you start to trying, for example, analyze this repo, it will be start doing something. Yep, you can increase the prompting, you can write the documentation, update the README, make some interesting stuff. But the main reason that is really important, because if you open again, for other developer or other PC or other context window analysis repo, you will get again fully different results. So what we need to do and how we can show that why the specific agentic is good. We already run this prompt, we get some analysis, I don't know, it's good or not good, some stack, behavior, it's not generating any artifacts. If I open again, say analysis repo, it will do something again same. It can be or the same window, or the same answers, or the same tables. It's starting from scratch, it's trying to implement, okay. Oh, yes, and now we have the architecture diagram. Wow, nice. Why it's not like this one? So, I already get some public framework that you always try to use when you come to the working with code bases, because you try to fill information. For example, I want to start agentic, and I need to map our stack. Okay, we have some already built-in skill that I will run, and we will I try to understand what it will do and why it's bad for your start. This skill is, first of all, mostly all the frameworks that you can find on the internet is based on Claude, because Claude have aggressive marketing, it's more popular, it have another structure. It's fine, it can work with any kind of code bases, but it will be first generating some artifacts that you do not need, for example, Claude MD, some project folders, some profilers. That's not used it's not needed in your code base or your specific SDLC. Okay, first of all, we already start seeing that we generated more artifacts. Some kind of artifact stack, integration, architectures. It's located in planning. I try to see it. Okay, it subtracts some data by his workflow. It sets some concerns, some conventions that's defined on this repo. It's TypeScript, what is styling, some integration if it yes, they exist. But do this is enough for me to start to build as an agent or create the agent? I don't think so. This is a really simple repo. It have, as you see, only two tools of to endpoint, two tools if you resources. Okay, never mind. Is it enough for you? Nope, never. If you have a little bigger, you will have the more information here, but it still will be not yours information. It's information based on some get done framework with his own workflows and his own implementation. You can't treat these documents as that is generated like is your data for your agent, for your SDLC. So how we can fix this? The fix is really simple. As Sergey mentioned, agents or whatever, agent is basically a instruction, a rule, and to be simplified, it's a prompt. It's a better prompt. So if I will ask here some bigger prompt, more detailed, more specific for what I need, it will generate a better result. I will remind him to generate some documents. I will remind him to make some structure. But anytime I will be needed to update it again, chain with other agent, I will need to manually again prompting. So the agent basically rules that automates your development AI SDLC. So I already pre-prompted for you, just to save us some time, in same repository, some prompts, just to understand why the specific of your code base and specific of your human context, that we can see if we try to understand this part. That human always have self-context. I always have my brains with some ideas, with some tasks that's we ongoing. We must, first of all, if we build agent, I remind the prompt is simple agent, to specify what we need to do. That means that our architecture agent always have some rules that our code bases and our company and our products are following. So, simple analysis, we added goal, some context, because I understand what this is repository is. I already downloaded, I looking on it, and okay, it's MCP server. So I said that's MCP server. It's TypeScript? Yeah, it's a simple TypeScript. I'm not even looking at code. I give them the first instruction, just to reach all readme, find all documenters, and also try to analyze by areas. Always try to make the prompt, the agent, do the simple path. Plan, who are you? Plan, execute. So we provided some plan. Make it for architecture, some contract, external integration, data flows, testing, and whatever. The main funny part that's in this one already built framework that I showed you, it's behind his skill prompt. It's the same flow, but we'll see the different results because I'm added some what I did, what I know, and what I want to see. So I want to see some architecture, some MCP tools, because I know the MCP tools. IP integration, testing, operations, risk and improvements, and whatever. And I dumped some of these files. I like to check the difference between some public and what if we add our human context. Let me hide this. This Tumblr. Okay, so let's see the architecture first. We have more and deep architecture what we have. Because we did a little prompt, we have the better request flow, we have the better model boundaries, dependency map, limitations. We also scan as a map base. Same for the other tools as well, for other artifacts that we generated to our code base. So this is not docs, to be clear. This is the specs, specifications for our repository code base, for our future agents that will be working with the specs and also updating it continuously when it will be generated. Just a reminder that here we do have architecture. Yeah. The difference is it's simple. So always start with generated specs. No matter, you can write it down by you. You can feed the context with some Confluence docs or Google Drive files that some engineer already written. And always try to increase the first init prompt with additional stricted rules of what you need to do. You also can use some plan, debug, ask modes, as all AI building agents exist. So how this continued and start to building the agents? I too build it with prompt. yeah, the simplest way to start your agentic test is to build it from the built-in agent, based on this API integration, on the specs you are generated. We'll be creating MCP tool builder, test generator, and changelog documentation engine. Same stuff. What you need to do, where you need to allocate it, what you need to focusing on, some context from the file that's already I'm get from the specs or just analysis, and as a result, we got our subagent, we got our command execution, and we got our rules. As we see, our agent is the same simple prompt as it's who are you, when to use, what to type to mission, what concerns, when to look in documentations. You can map in the doc specs inherit, or you can just use it. Please follow it. Find a new repo in somewhere in docs. Same for the command, where you can to find. Same with rules, more restricted rules. So let's try to execute it. We have the MCP builder, MCP tool build. It's our tool. We need to add some MCP tool. Okay, add time tool for MCP. What it will be done? First of all, it will be read the command that's already generated for you. The second way, it will be understand, do it need to look in some other rules, some other documentations, or whatever, and it will be do, because we explicitly tried to say it. Okay, what we have now, it already generated some bytecode, let's to validate it, some functions to check the time, format as a time zone, register some tool. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, it's so fine. Okay, it's tried to test it and validate it, because in tool explicitly we said that you must always build tool, test it, and locally validate it. Any kind of code you generated, because if you just open the sub stuff and say add time, same, it can be tested, it can build it, it can something, but it can forget it to make it like a flow, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the chain request. Because in verification step we have this build it, it's programming. You can try it in inspector, or we can try to find it in inspector. Let's disconnect, let's connect, let's time to list tool. He gets some tool. Oh, okay, it has the current time, it has a format, a Unix time, and it's not work. So if it not work, we can call it again, or we can continue on the same confess to fix it. But we will not to fix it with the same agent. We will be fixed with other agent, with generate tests. Generate tests for tools. Okay, technically I don't need to prompt like this, because I can just call it, because generate tests for tools, it's already built in his rule. But we will be just for purposes that it will be understand. You always remind us that if you call in some tool, you need to feed it with some context. Because when the human with context, when the agent, he must have the on which it works, it's same the artifact, the code base, which artifact he already see all exists, it's our spec, and additional context to engine simplicity, because it's all work. Here better, here better, here better, here better structure. It's not a shit code, it's a good code. It will be generate the better results. So it's try to generate test. let's check. Some tests in index, okay. Some tests in time tool generated additional file. It's added some command to execute. It's added some test libraries. It's again added some test, some approach. It says what it coverage. Okay, we can run it and try to validate it. Okay, we have some time. We have the test run. It's fine. So, what's next? We need to change our specs because we already added some tool. We already added test, but we not update our specs. That means that if I open the new window and try to implement the same tool, it will be first said that it's already exists. I will try to refactor it or not refactor it, or not do the same. So we need to modify our spec. At this moment, as you see, I do not pass some additional prompt to the agent. It will start to refresh in the documents. It's understanding what we're changing, what we see. It's trying to understand what we need to update on the spec, and it also will be generate some artifacts. Okay, let's check. Okay, we see some two additional tools in MCP tool catalog. We see some great refactoring of our testing. Why? Because there's currently not presents no test file. That means that our first prompt just said that it's not exist, but the new update in changelog, which like it can be TechRider, business flow, whatever. It's already tried to modify. It's already modified the current test. It also contains the documentation if you need it, because as this agent is generated from the prompt, I'm not tweaking it by hand, but I always remind you that you must tweaking it by hand. So it's updated all documentations. It's updated the basic README. It says what it done. Feels good. Okay. From this point, we got something like this. The human is working with agent, with artifacts, with count. It will be push the code to the repo. It will be on fine. It can be git status, git add, git commit, init v2. I don't know. You can push to the repo. Okay, it's fine. But it's not as full as DLC process because it's only one developer, and when the second developer, it must be downloaded as context. It must be. It can be worked separately, and it becomes a more and more frustrating when you need to sync the artifacts. You need to build some shared system like. For example, you must use the current shared system as context store for the updating agent's states. For example, you can use Jira. If the task is done, you can have the small agent for create the Jira task or comment the Jira task, and then in any kind of agent on the start on the start of developing, it can fetching the new information if needed. It can update something. But it's always a little manual work, because in this part, AI tool is still just a system for the developer. Yes, it's some SDLC. Yes, it's increasing and speed up. But for better automation, there's all providers of AI IDs is providing you with scheduling, Chrome-based agent, cloud agent. That means it's not working directly on your local repository, just in some work tree on the GitHub repo. So, but it's still in some raw format or say like startup format at this point, because you can't not all companies have GitHub repositories, so self-hosted GitLab repositories, some Bitbucket stuff, or private GitHub repositories with huge code bases. And at this point, it's failing apart. So what we build and what we also suggest you probably to experience if you already are automating with your understanding. So we built some interesting system called C1 Cursor. It's a fully automatic agent loop system based on different servers. It's like the SaaS product. Current state is internal, but what it basically can do, it can run your executions with front-end or by calling by API, just same as you're working from the IDE. So basically, you can use prompt, you can edit instruction, you can switch model, you can store the session context with all chat here. You can run it on the repository. That's the real point of our automated SDLC, because, as I said, as I showed you before, the main problem is shared workflow here. How we can manage context faster and, for example, automated, leave it on night that agents will be developing and increasing and enhancing the code base by itself. So the main difference of this execution, we can just looking how it worked. There's some prompt, some output of system, some changes, some attempts, whatever. The main point is the context repository that are provided for each execution. I will also have some session for storage, but let's manage. We now push our repository to our public repo. Yep, here it is. So we create agents, we create the specs, it's fine. What we can do? We can, first of all, let's check it. But I know, I don't want to do this. We can do it like as the developers. I do not have some time, so let me do it by myself. Oh. Okay. So our updated agents are located in the shared repo. Now we can execute our, create our execution with some kind MCP tool build. It's right. It's called like this. MCP tool build. Yep. Add echo tool. And of course, make no mistakes. I just for fun. We can run it on the some demo. It can be isolated. It can be triggered. We can increase some time for it. That's not followed. We can start saving our context. GLB, I don't know how it's called. We can add some notification if we need to on the backend, and we queue as our execution. Okay, it started the executing in some our servers. It's fully async, whatever. While it's looking, what we can do? We can scheduling the tasks for example, for your SDLC. Every time, every morning, please update the client specifications or check the Gmail for any requests from the clients and generate specs that Alexander shows first time estimations, first touch estimation. For example, we can generate every hour just to notify the commits already or any kind of AI automations. We can add manual MCP context for each execution just to fetching your server, Jira servers, any kind of internal automation. We can make the templates just for reusable stuff. We can add some overall skills agents that is not located in the same repo, just to injecting it in execution. We can notify, and we can generate some interesting custom workflows just to understand that is if some system, for example, CRM system cannot be communicate with this product, it can send his request, and we can edit execution with some editing prompt. So, for example, I just added some example that we are using in our production system. When the Grafana generating some alert, it come to some workflow, and it will start understanding the alert. So we have our execution is done. It said that this effort tool is ready. We see that it's generated some code, and it also, as I understand, I forget that I mentioned to push it to repo, but whatever. I have the already prepared example. So the full automations comes that our system is generated explicitly isolated and branch. It makes some changes and is creating the merge requests that can be and must be validated by humans on the regular review basis. That's what agent is making. For example, it's on scheduler that's every 5 minutes just to make some changes to this repository. Technically, as I say, I don't have some time, and as I can speak a lot of this system, how we try to automate it, how we try to build it with full cycle of PDLC. Probably we will be share it on the next our session webinars, more deep dive. Maybe I show some. This is also execution from.
By the way, we have a question.
Yeah.
From our viewers to you, Danny.
So yeah, I don't have time much. I have to speak too much. I will be better the next time.
Thank you very much, Danny. We have a question for you. Question from Simon. Thanks, Danny. It's really nice. Could you tell us how to make skill for cursor by Cloud plus Versal skills repo or not?
So how to make skills for cursor by Cloud plus our sales repo? Same. Let's do. I was trying to say let's do deep dive in it, but we have so much. First of all, you must understand that the better way to start your skill is to build it from the small direct task. Not try to implement bigger skills that is do whatever else. Make it the most one task that you must do. For example, if you're deploying on the Vercel, or you're preparing some Docker files for the Vercel or generating documentations, specs for it, whatever, make the simple cursor. Just do only one task. Generate Docker file by public documentations on the cursor. It will be free sentence agent, only free sentence. You will execute it. You will understand what is done wrong and what you need more, and then you will start iterate and edit one more rule. Because agent, it's always like a hammer. If you do agents, make it one hammer for the one nail. It can be the Swiss knife. It must be the simplest way to understand. That is the first step that you can starting to implement from now. Yes, is it fine, or I can? answer your more questions, or I do not understand.
Sounds is fine.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank
you
you.
very much, Danny. Thanks everyone for coming today. We have our time almost. It's already past actually. So let me make some up. So what are our key takeaways for today? So AI in development is not just a trend, it really works. And solution for all this orchestration management. Already we have solution that Dania briefly demonstrated at the end of our webinar. It's called C1 Cursor. It's an orchestration tool. We also can build something similar for you based on your own product development Lyfecycle, or you can use ours. We all are open to your requests and questions. Please feel free to contact us. We are open to direct questions via LinkedIn or official contacts. We're here to help you because as an enthusiast of AI development, AI agentic development, agentic software development, we are also continuously looking for other points of view, other opinions, other platforms, other standardized flows. To feel free to connect, discuss, negotiate, tell us that we are wrong and this will never work like we discuss it or describe it. And we will definitely continue a series of webinars. Next webinars will be the end of May. I guess it would be 26th of May, Wednesday, last Wednesday of May. So please join us during next webinars and let's keep in touch in the middle of them. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming and have a nice day. Bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you for your time and meeting.
Here you go.
Bye-bye.